Hey Ethan, how we doing? Yep, we're gonna be streaming. We're jumping into a new server. It's a medium pop server. If I understand correctly, there's about 60 people on there right now out of 100. So not max pop, not low pop. We're gonna give it a shot. We're probably not gonna do very well because PvP is an area where I lack severely. But we're gonna see what we can do. Just waiting on a couple of updates here. As soon as they're done and installed, we're going to jump right in. Thanks. I've got this funny feeling that I'm going to need it. One of these days, we're going to get to all aspects of this game. I will eventually learn how to build a base. I've actually been working on that a little bit off stream, trying to learn the basics so I don't look like a complete and total idiot. Still have a lot to learn, a long way to go, but we'll get there. But while we're waiting, how are you? How's things? How's your weekend? Where are you from? Let's talk about that. Excuse me. You could go a little bit faster. Back to country tomorrow. Back to the United States. Are you traveling for work or for pleasure? Or a combination? Gotcha. I understand. Wait, you're going to that country or coming from that country? Work. I got you. Going to. Yeah, I didn't figure it was Ukraine. Now let me ask you this. Does this work that you're doing, does that require a 4-year contract? Like an enlistment contract. Basically, are you armed forces or are you private sector? Yeah, it's kind of what I thought. I'm not, never been a member of the service myself, but I know enough. I know enough people that are, that I know that the questions that you can actually answer are very few, so I won't probe. All I'm going to do is say this: thank you very much and be safe. This household very, very actively supports our military. A good portion of my family is. I've got family in every branch, including the ones that shall not be named. But some that we can talk about. I've got family in the Marines. I've got family in the Air National Guard. I've got family in the Army. I've got family in the Navy. I've got family in the Air Force and retired from the Air Force. We are. I never went. I did try to enlist after 9/11. Okay, okay. Well, armed forces are armed forces, whether that's this country or another's. It's still, at least from what I understand, it's still the same level of commitment. There's still the same level of respect demanded, you know, and on, even if it's not for this country, still thank you for your service and be safe. But anyway, as I was saying, I did try to enlist in the armed forces after 9/11. But they were very selective of who they took and why they wanted to join right after 9/11. So I unfortunately did not make the cut. Absolutely. We are very much a pro armed forces and back the blue, which, if you're not from America, you may not know what that movement is. The Back the Blue is the support of the law enforcement in this country. Um, some extremists a while back kind of like started an all out war on the police. Like, cops were sitting in their patrol cars trying to eat lunch and getting shot in the face. It was it was pretty bad. And so, like, the Back the Blue movement started in that. As former law enforcement myself, was a movement that I very much supported and very much got behind. I apologize. I did not realize that these updates were going to take this long, or I wouldn't have started the stream so soon. So I do apologize for the delay. It looks like we have 2 left, and one of them is about halfway done. Oh, I got time. We'll fill this thing up. Well, he is always welcome, and I look forward to the next stream that you are a part of. I am also going to be just doing some recording and editing together some videos to upload those. That way, hopefully, it gives you some entertainment or something, because hopefully you'll be in a position to where, at least some periods of rest and relaxation, you might be able to catch some of the streams. But anything that you do catch, or your kid, your son is welcome anytime. Just always, always, always say, hey, just check in when you can, of course. Let me know that you're okay, doing well. If your son can provide any updates, that would be great too. I know how that goes. I know that the updates and the entertainment periods are going to be few and far between, if they're existent at all. Just know that you'll be in our thoughts. And hopefully the nonsensical bullshit wars all across the world, not just the one you're in, but all of them, hopefully we will see a day in our lifetime where the bullshit stops. Do you have any idea how long you're going to be gone? Is that information that you have, and two, is that information you're allowed to share? Fair enough. Fair enough. Definitely don't risk getting in trouble for any of that kind of shit. We don't want anybody getting in any kind of trouble. We're just here to have a good time, shoot the shit when we can, talk about things we're allowed to talk about. I apologize. I meant to do a stream last night. It was my full intention, but my daughter is sick. And she was having a very rough night last night. And with her only being 3 years old, she's not real good at expressing her discomfort in any way other than crying. And I didn't really figure anybody would want to listen to a stream full of a 3-year-old crying because she doesn't feel good. Today, thankfully, she feels a little better, so her and her brother and her mom, they went to a craft show and to see the new Trolls movie. Just kind of trying to get out of the house a little bit. We've got, here in the eastern United States, it's coming to winter. So it's cold outside, but the sun's shining. It's beautiful blue sky. And we're not going to have many more of these days. We're getting towards the end of the year where it's all going to be gray and gloomy and snowy. So they wanted to get out of the house and go and try and have a little bit of fun while the little one's feeling a bit better. And so they're going to be gone for a good part of the day. They're running some errands and then doing the craft show and the movies, like I said. So while they're out doing that, you guys are stuck with me. If we can ever get these stinking updates to finalize. Looks like we're on the last one, and it is going considerably faster than the other two. So We should be going live here real soon. Now that we've had 20 minutes of nothing. I am not well educated enough on what is actually going on to speak on the matter. So anything that I said would be really just me talking out my rear end. I purposely don't follow along on that because I feel like a lot of the news in this country will try to sway you one way or another. So you don't actually get true reporting on what's going on. And I like to form my own opinions and gather my own data and my own research. And honestly, I just haven't. So I couldn't tell you. That's cute. Well. I think we tried to join at a time when the server was down. Or restarting or whatever. Let's try it again. See what happens. This is why I don't normally go live until I'm in the server as a fresh spawn. I apologize again. It kind of seems like we might be having some technical difficulties, so if the stream goes off, I will start up a new stream after I get the issues sorted out. Okay, it looks like we're in, but we're in a queue. 8 people. So apparently it went from a medium pop server to full pop while I was doing updates. That should make it a little more interesting. Seven people, 6 people, 7 people, 6. How does it go up? 5. We're getting there. By George. I think we're going to get it. So, Ethan, is your son going to be on your profile, or does he have his own that I should watch out for? One person left in the queue. 0 people. But gosh, it looks like we might be getting our time in here real soon. He'll be on yours? Okay. Fair enough. I'll watch for him. Okay. Where do we want to spawn? Oh my goodness. Well, let's spawn at Electra so we can Oh, we can't spawn an Electro. What the? Let's try it. No, it looks like... Alright, let me get this sorted out and I'll be right back, okay?